Welcome back to Beating Bullets YouTube. We are so glad that you are here. Today we are talking about a phenomenal pistol, or at least a pistol in a phenomenal line of pistols, and that is the Canik TP9 Elite Subcompact. Man, that is a mouthful, but it is a gun we're really excited to do a little bit of a review on. Obviously today is just a first impressions video, and so obviously just to give you a little reminder, these videos are all about giving you our first impressions that will lead to eventually a review of the gun. And the reason for that is sometimes we get first impressions when we pick up a gun. I think, I don't like that, or that really bothers me. And then we actually shoot the gun. It's not the same. We don't have the same opinion, and that opinion morphs over time. And so that's what we wanted to do with this gun is show you, hey, this is what I think first, then we'll go back and review it, and then we'll come back out with an actual review of the gun and see if some of those opinions have changed. Before we do that though, we're gonna send it right over to Norm. He's been preparing some good stuff like he does every week. Here it is. So I was on YouTube and I came across this cool thing where when you go on someone's channel and you like their videos, you can hit this icon, this bell icon, and then you get a notification when that person uploads a new video. Isn't that cool? You haven't been doing that already? No. I've said it before, I don't know why Norm keeps putting these little clips into the videos. They seem to reflect poorly on him, but it is good to know that he hasn't been asking you to hit the notification bell, so I will, and that way maybe you can get some notifications on when videos come out. Let's get into it. So first, this gun, for the price, comes with this carrying case, right? So if this is your first gun and you're gonna take it to the range or whatever, and you wanna put it in a case and you don't have a bag, this comes with one that'll work just fine, and so that's awesome. Okay, let's get it open and take a look. So, popping it open, we've got some cleaning stuff up here, with which Canik tends to do a lot. Here, let me move it in frame. Which is awesome. Not all gun companies do that, and so that's great. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Obviously, this is up here usually, and there is a user manual in there, and so let's put that back up there. And you've got some other stuff. Okay, so you've got the Canik with a holster, which is awesome. There it is. It's got the extended base plate, the way that it comes, and so that's that. And then we'll say this right here. This is the, let's see, it's 15+1 magazine, extended magazine. It also comes with some tools to use to change things out, as well as a trigger lock, which we'll never use. And so we'll put that right back in there and get to it. Okay, so here it is. Let's take a look at it outside without the chamber flag in or anything like that. Just kind of looking at the aesthetics of the gun here. I think it's a really good looking gun. I love the two-toned look, and it just looks really nice. It's a small gun, obviously. It's a little bit thicker. This one holds 12+1 in the chamber, obviously. And so it's a nice looking gun. It's got a good, it just looks good, feels good. I will say my kind of first impressions right off the bat, it's a much bigger gun than a lot of the other ones that you can see on our channel that we've looked at so far. It's thicker, it's bigger than the Glock 43, than the PPS, than any of those other ones. And that's simply because it's just a bigger gun. I mean, it's meant to be that way. And so it's going to be a little different. We're going to compare it to those other ones here in the future, but it is bigger. So that's something to think about. Okay, so let's talk about the grip. The grip has some kind of grippy tape on the sides here, and then some check ring on the front and back. And that works for me. I would like it a little more aggressive on the sides, but it works. I think it'll feel good. I think it'll shoot well. I don't really have any complaints about that. I think it'll be great. Obviously, as I mentioned just a second ago, the grip is thicker than a lot of subcompact guns, and so first impressions wise, concealed carrying this, it's going to be a lot harder to conceal carry this gun than it is to conceal carry a Glock 43 or a Smith & Wesson Shield. It's just a more substantial weapon, and so that's something to keep in mind if you're looking for a really small, compact, subcompact, micro-compact gun. This may not be the one for you, especially when you look at how wide it is with the slide lock on both sides, and it's fairly wide. And so this may not be the gun you're looking for if you're looking for a really small one. But anyway, the grip's great. Let's take a look at the sights. It's blacked out in the rear. I think I showed that to you. Blacked out in the rear here, and then it's a white dot here in the front. I think it'll be fine. Not my favorite sights here, but I think they'll work. I think they'll help me get on target fairly quickly and be able to just be effective with it. And so I don't have any complaints about that. Obviously, if I had my choice, I wouldn't choose these ones, but that's usually the case. Okay, so let's talk about the trigger. There's a pretty defined wall there, so it kind of has all this take up here, and then the wall, and then it clicks. It feels very crisp to me, which to me, all Caniks, I love Canik. I own several of them, and I love their triggers. They're very crisp. You know when it's going to break. It feels good. It's just a great trigger. I guess I really just don't have anything to complain about it. I mean, there's just that wall there. It's defined. It's great. And then the reset, check this out. It's very short. It's audible. It's tactile. It's pretty much everything you're looking for in a trigger. And so I just really don't have anything to complain about it. We'll see if that changes over time or if we have a lower opinion of it later, but it feels great. Now it's time to talk about the most important thing when looking at a gun. Will it accomplish the purpose that I give it, right? And so most of you are probably watching this because you're looking maybe to conceal carry this gun because it's a smaller gun, though it's bigger than some of the others. I think it will accomplish what we set out for it to accomplish, right? If the purpose I give it is conceal carry, it is thicker, right? So as far as concealing it, it's going to be harder, but reliability, ability to shoot it, the grip, just keeping control of it, I think it's good. And so I think that's something that you're going to be able to see. Obviously, that's subject to change. Maybe we'll come back in a few weeks here and we'll say, hey, you know what, this is not something that you want to get into or to buy because of XYZ. Maybe it's not reliable or whatever, but we'll see. As far as I can tell now, I do think that it will be reliable. I do think that it will be great. Everything about it, if I'm pulling it all together, seems like it'll be a good gun. And so check out our video, though, here in the future to see if that's the case. As far as what you get for the money, now Canik, I think you get a lot for the money with Caniks. You get great triggers. You get great, reliable, sturdy, well-made guns for a fraction of the price of some of the others. And I'll put it up here in the kind of in the B-roll to see if the price, how much I paid for it. But you tend to get a lot for the money, and they just tend to be really good, reliable workhorse guns. And so price point wise, it's compelling. It tends to be a very compelling story, almost too good to be true. But we'll see over time. My overall impressions of the Canik TP9 SF Elite Subcompact, man, that is a mouthful, is so far positive. I think it'll be great. I think it'll do what we want it to do, but we will see. We hope that we've earned your subscription today. If not, hopefully we at least earned a like. Give us comments down in the comments below about what you think about this gun, what your experience with it is. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.